Joe Show on a Fisher Friday. Good morning, Bob Fisher. How you doing?
Not bad, you?
I'm doing good. I came across something which kind of blew my mind a little bit. You know how they say it's a small world after all?
Yes.
Well, KRIB...
Now that song is stuck in everybody's head.
It's a small world.
It's a small world after all.
KRIB, our sister station, 1490, 96.7 FM, long and storied history. It was on KRIB. Was that the first place that the world learned of the crash of Buddy Holly?
I believe so.
Yeah, Bob Hale, legendary DJ.
Bob Hale was the MC and worked at KRIB at the event.
Well, another gentleman, I don't know if it's at the exact same time, 1959, February, when that happened, but it was definitely later in 59 and in 1960. Another gentleman worked at KRIB by the name of Roy Findon. Do you know who Roy Findon is?
Not really.
Roy would go on to work in TV up in Minneapolis, St. Paul, and then go on to coach or teach at Brown Institute, which is where I learned how to do radio. Roy is actually the gentleman that screened me for acceptance into radio school.
Really?
Where it turns out if you had money, they would accept you. But anyways, Roy was the guy that was part of that. He didn't like the way I pronounced diocese. Turns out it's diocese. Only thing I got wrong. Yeah. Anyways, I found a clip of Roy Findon on KRIB. Listen to this.
Here's our weather forecast. Considerable cloudiness today, becoming fair to partly cloudy tonight. Warmer tomorrow. High today in the middle 30s, low tonight 22 to 32. Present temperature is 35 degrees. That's it. That's this hour's news from KRIB's Action Central, where the news watch never stops. Brought to you by Casey Rexall Drugs, the Brick and Tile Pharmacy, the Prescription Shop, and Casey Medical Arts Pharmacy. 4 convenient Casey locations to serve you better.
Oh, what I wouldn't give to have those jingles back. What I wouldn't give. I know it's kind of tough to hear, but 1490 KRIB on your radio dial. What did you think when I sent that to you, Bob?
For a top 40 station, which KRIB was back then, that's how a newscast was presented from the Action Center.
From the Action Center news team.
Yes.
I love that. Should we bring that back?
Yes. The Action Center? I don't know. Or what?
Yeah, well, I mean, like instead
of
the
reverb, or the constant reverb that was intermittently
making it difficult to even understand what is going on. I think we should do that. Maybe just for like one day, like have a throwback day where instead of the KGLO newsroom, it's the KGLO Action Center. Here's Bob Fisher.
Or we could do this, segment of our Friday that way too.
Yeah, that would work. Get caught up with the latest headlines. Maybe some commentary on there.
What day is April Fool's Day? Oh, April Fool's Day is on a Thursday, so we could either do Fisher Thursday, which wouldn't sound really fun.
Yeah.
Or we could do it on April 2nd.
Let's do that. Maybe let's go old school for April 2nd.
Okay.
Because I've been working on my transatlantic, see boss, that sort of thing. Dateline. Hold on here. Let me try and get in the right mode for it. Dateline, England, 1942, and the army is on the move. That sort of thing. I think we can have fun with that. All right.
Wait and see what happens.
We're going to have some fun with Say It or Sing It next. Bob, I'll have you guess first. Say it or sing it, your category, the unfriendly skies. Unfriendly skies. That's next. Fisher Friday on the Joe Show, and that means Say It or Sing It. The game is played like this. Category, 10 answers that are acceptable. Millions that aren't, but 10 that are. Bob will guess first.
And we've definitely known both, haven't we?
Yes, we have. Bob will guess first, then I will guess. Whoever gets the most right wins. Whoever gets the most wrong loses and has to sing. They have to sing because they did not say. And our song this week, Bob, is Space Odyssey, also known as Major Tom from David Bowie. Are you familiar?
Yes.
Do you know why I picked this song?
I do not. Well, I'll take one guess because we landed a probe on Mars or whatever.
Correct, Bob. Correct.
Thank
I was
you.
thinking, what can we do to honor Perseverance? Percy, as they have nicknamed the robot, which they could have given it a different name that ends in a Y that's based off Perseverance, but Percy, I think, is the better one right there. So, all right. The Unfriendly Skies is your category, Bob. Are you ready?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, you got 30 seconds to tell me 10 airline passenger complaints. What do people complain about as an airline passenger? Here we go.
Okay.
30 seconds going now.
They complain about the turbulence. They complain about the food. They complain about not enough drinks. They complain about not enough snacks. They complain about not enough leg room. They complain about the person next to them snoring or other bodily functions that they do. Let's see, that the bathroom is occupado for a long time. Let's see, they complain that the airfares are too high. They complain
Time.
How'd I do?
3. You got 3.
What? I only got 3 out of all that.
You got 3. That's it. You got bad food, you got bad legroom, and you got expensive fares. Those are the 3 that you got. You were close with the snoring, but wrong sound for crying baby. Crying baby that people complain about.
That's not as close as you think it is.
No. Airline passenger complaints. Bob got 3. You missed security hassles, taking off your shoes. Delays, which happens.
Oh, yeah.
Lost luggage.
Yes.
Small seats.
I said legroom.
Yeah, but you got legroom. Legroom's on here. Legroom's a thing. Small seats are a thing. They're two separate things.
Sorry.
That's fine. It's not so much the legroom.
Sorry.
It's the width room.
The width room, yes.
That's the width room there.
Yes.
Being cold on an airplane, crying baby, and being overbooked are your ones you missed.
Well, those are good. 10 good answers.
All right.
I'll admit. All right. Now, how many weeks straight have I won?
You've won for probably 5 or 6 straight weeks. My mom won last week. I'm just in a deep, dark, say it or sing it hole.
You know what? I'm going to say this. If you use your noodle,
okay,
you could win.
Okay. We'll find out what that's all about next on Say It or Sing It Round 2. It is a Fisher Friday. It is Say It or Sing It Round 2. A chance for me, Joe Malone, to defeat Bob Fisher for the first time possibly in 2021 in America's Game. Say It or Sing It.
America's Game.
Why not? I mean, I don't think that's trademarked. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. Whatever. We're taking it. It's America.
North Central. Let's localize this. North Central Iowa's game.
North Central Iowa's favorite game. Say It or Sing It. All right.
There you go.
Something about noodles is what I'm thinking here.
Yes.
Okay.
You need to name 5 soups and 5 cracker brands.
5 soups? No, like brand name of soup or kinds of soup?
Brand name of soup.
Brand names of soup and 5 brand names of crackers. All right. On my mark, get set, go. Let's start with the crackers. We've got Keebler. We have saltine. We have oyster. Some other crackers, Ritz crackers. And then Cheez-It crackers. And then you got the knockoff ones, Cheese Nips. Not nearly as good. Okay, soups.
What?
Campbell's. Progressive, maybe. One's car insurance. Some other soup brands would be Old Home Flavor.
Old Home Flavor.
That's time.
Are you going for the bathtub soup or what?
I don't know. Doesn't Old Home Flavor sound like a soup?
Old. Hey, maybe that could be your next career. Old Home Soup.
Old Home Soup. You want a hearty soup?
I'm going to look that up and see if that's even a thing. Because it does sound like
Old Home soup. Yeah, Old Home Soup.
Old Home Soup. No, it's just that Google search just brings up 40 family favorite soups and stews.
So you're saying there's a chance I could start Old Home Soup?
Yes.
Wow.
What's your favorite brand of soup?
My favorite brand
I'm delaying
of soup?
singing here. That's why I'm doing that.
Oh, I like it. I would probably say the Progresso, whichever one, like that. You know what? Honestly, instead of brand, my favorite kind of soup, clam chowder.
That's what I meant. And why would you like clam chowder?
The key is buying an extra thing of clams to put in the clam chowder because they never give you enough clams. So you got your can of clam chowder, and then you got your tin of clams that you pour into the clam chowder, and maybe a little buttermilk to thicken it all up just a little bit. Oh, man, you're talking some good clam chowder right there.
Well, I will stick with my chicken noodle and sirloin burger soup.
Do you have the stars?
No, I do not have the stars.
You don't go with the stars, right?
No.
That is good, though. That is good. So, how many did I get, Bob?
5.
Yeah! I'm stronger on the cracker side, right?
3 crackers and 2 soup brands, Campbell's and Progresso. You got those.
Yeah.
You got Ritz, you got Saltines, you got Keebler.
Ah, yes.
The ones you missed, cracker-wise, were Wheat Thins.
Oh, yeah.
And Triscuits.
Yep.
The soups that you missed were Healthy Choice, Wolfgang Puck. Once again, that's on this list. I've never seen Wolfgang Puck soup. And Lipton.
Lipton. Oh, the
Lipton
soup
cup
people.
of soup.
Yeah, how would I not know that? And why not? How do you say? Is it Maruchan? The ramen people. Maruchan. You have no idea what I'm saying.
Sure, I do, but I'm just like, no, I have no clue.
Okay. All right, Bob, it is your turn to sing Space Odyssey by David Bowie.
Okay. This is ground control to Major Tom. You've really made the grade, and the papers want to know whose shirts you wear. Now it's time to leave the capsule if you dare. This is Major Tom to ground control. I'm stepping through the door. That's just not even close to the way it goes, is it?
And I'm floating in a most peculiar way.
Yes, I got you to sing anyway.
Yep.
Anyway.
And the stars look very different.
That was still
today.
that was still better than what I did than some of the choices you've performed in the last 7 or 8 wins for me. So
it's all good. Sanders Sing It here. Coming up after 9, we got Feel Good Friday. And Bob, I may have royally screwed up as a parent the other day. I want your opinion on that. That's next on Fisher Friday. It is a Feel Good Friday on the Joe Show, brought to you by Cabin Coffee Company. Be happy, have fun. Bob, what do you got for Feel Good Friday?
Well, let's congratulate 3 young men who were crowned champions on Saturday night last week with state wrestling championships. Kel Peterson becoming West Fork's first ever champion for West Fork. Spencer Booberry of Osage winning the 182-pound title of Class 2A. And then Chip Buss out of North Butler Clarksville winning the heavyweight 285-pound weight class in Class 1A.
That is awesome. That is awesome, having that many top flight winners, first place winners. Now, my question, Bob, do you change classes as you get older in high school, or do you just stay at 108 for your whole high school career?
No. I mean, there's several. I mentioned Spencer Booberry. Trying to think. I think he was at a different weight class each of his 4 years in school.
Okay. Because, you get older, you get bigger, you build more muscle,
right.
Or get fat, whatever. That happens too. And so I was just curious, are you going to be 17 years old and 108 pounds?
Yeah. But Kel Peterson was a 106-pounder last year, and he was a 106-pounder this year, winning his title in 1A. So, it varies from kid to kid. It's just... Depends on their growth.
Can you imagine being the same weight, like a healthy weight, for a year?
At 106, you mean?
Yeah, it seems like a lot of work in general, too. It seems like a lot of work.
Let's put it this way. I would kill to be 106.
I don't think that would be healthy for your stature, though.
I'd be killed at 145. No.
But congratulations to those athletes.
And Osage placed second in the team race in Class 2A after winning the last year's 2A title. So another top finish for Osage.
My Feel Good Friday, if anybody's checking us out via, MyStar106.com up in the home territory of Anoka tomorrow, benefit being held for a dear friend of mine and her family at the former. I don't even remember what the name of the place. It's been forever since I've been home, but used to be Jackson Street. Now it's called something else. But there's a silent auction and all the typical fundraiser stuff. Free will donation dinner and all that stuff going on up there. And thinking about my friends up there and hoping that they have a good turnout and raise a lot of money in that benefit that's taking place tomorrow up there. So, Bob, coming up, am I a horrible parent? Your opinion. We'll find out next. Fisher Friday on the Joe Show and squeezing in a little dad life on here as well. Bob, went on an adventure with my youngest, my 4-year-old, the other day.
Yes.
We had some errands to run. I had to stop and pay some bills at some places. And I had asked my 6-year-old if she would like to go with as well because it was an early out day for school. Yeah. She said no, she would rather go home and watch TV than go on adventures with Dad and her sister. So I'm like, all right, whatever. You're missing out. And so me and the 4-year-old stop and we get some ice cream, with the candies all mixed in and whatnot. I get one. She gets one. I know she's not going to be able to finish the one, so I figure they can just split it. The two kiddos can.
Right.
And so we get back home, and my 6-year-old sees the 4-year-old with the frozen dairy treat with the candies all mixed in and completely loses it. Like angry, crying, throwing a tantrum because I did not get her one. But I explained, no, you two can share. At which point in time, she just starts yelling Corona at me. And I'm like, Corona, Dad. Corona. Can't share Corona.
Well, she's got a point in that, but I will.
But we're in the same house.
Go ahead with the rest of your question.
I said the plan was for you two to split this. And she's like, but I don't even like M&Ms. I would have gotten Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. And I'm like, oh, well, that's the one that I completely finished before we got home.
Oh, jeez.
So am I a jerk for expecting the kids to split their frozen dairy desserts?
And you're kind of riding the fence here because, just from your last comment, that kind of changed my attitude on it.
Oh, because I ate mine?
Yeah, but no, because you ate what she wanted, and then you rubbed it in her face, basically.
Well, no. I suppose I probably didn't need to tell her that I had a whole nother one. Yeah.
Right. Otherwise, she lost her. Well, she kind of lost her chance of getting her own because she
didn't want to go.
She didn't want to go.
Huh. No, if you don't buy the ticket.
So I'm with you on that part. The Corona thing, that's debatable. But we're in the same house. I can see your point on that. I know, and I agree with that. I agree with that. But we're trying to teach new things to people here in our area, and that might she might have a point.
So would you say halfway being a jerk?
Halfway being did you wear a mask?
Oh yeah. Well, until I got home, I wore a mask. Yeah.
Did you? Was your nose exposed?
No, my nose was not exposed.
No, then you're okay.
Then I'm good. Okay. All right. Good to hear.
That's I'm just trying to make an extra commentary.
Thank you, Bob. Yeah. And
nose up, people. Damn it.
As far as I've told my daughter as well. Now, if you want to take the ride, you've got to buy the ticket. If you want to go, if you want the fruits of the adventures, you must join the squad on the adventures. You can't just sit at home watching TV and think that I'm going to bring you frozen dairy desserts. You got to ride with.
You snooze, you lose.
Yeah. As Tupac once said, ride or die. That's the way
there you go. Yep.
Up next, Bob, we're going to talk accents. I've got an awesome sound clip from the Timberwolves rookie, Anthony Edwards, that you need to. Fisher Friday on the Joe Show. Bob, press conferences used to be a really big thing for sports. You get the gaggle of reporters together and interviewing players after the game. What'd you think of this? What happened there? Now they've gone virtual, which allows a lot more people to participate. Like, you don't have to be in Minneapolis to interview a Minnesota Timberwolf.
No.
You can be, for instance, in Ireland and interview a Minnesota Timberwolf. This is number 1 overall pick, Anthony Edwards, getting asked a question by a reporter from Ireland.
So if you get a win tonight, that will breed confidence going into those next 4 games against teams in the similar spots beside you in the table.
Where you from, Jim?
Ireland.
I like your accent. It's tough. I want to learn how to talk like that.
That's good.
But ask your question again. I was too much listening to your accent.
Ask the question again. He says, I was listening to your accent too much. I love that. He's being honest right there.
Yeah.
So, my question to you, Bob, if you could learn to do an accent, which I guess we've kind of already alluded to for maybe coming up in April, what accent would you like to learn how to do?
Oh, I don't know. French?
French?
No.
This is Bob with the news from the KGLO newsroom.
I could do news in Quebec then.
Yeah, that would work like that. That would be fine. Here is the traffic report, or as we call it,
For Montreal.
escargot.
For Montreal.
The escargot traffic report. That'd be fun, though. You know,
Yeah.
French people always seem smarter. Maybe a little snooty, but smarter. They just, for some reason, culturally, just up a notch from me. See, I would like to do Scottish. That used to be a thing of mine. Like, I just like start yelling at people, like, with a Scottish accent. My name's Joe, and I'm from Dundee. Until I met a guy that was actually Scottish, and he started yelling at me in Scottish. And then I'm like, oh, I have no idea what you're saying, sir. That or Jamaican.
What?
I think Jamaican would be a fun accent to have.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. I worked with a guy.
From the KGLO, came from the KGLO newsroom, man.
Yeah, things are always sunny in here. Yeah. That was like a German Jamaican. Yeah.
Could do pirate.
I worked with a guy from Jamaica, and this was up in the Twin Cities. And I tried convincing him to go ice fishing with us. And he wanted nothing to do with it. Absolutely nothing to do. He's like, no, man, I ain't going out on no lake with you like that. No way. With the ice there. Break, I fall in the lake. I'm not going to do that, man. Not a chance. And I'm like, it's 3 feet thick. It's thicker than the road. You have more of a likelihood of falling through the road than you do falling through the ice. No way. You tie a rope around me. You tie a rope around the tree. I still ain't going to go out there with ya. Not going to do it.
Wow.
It's just most of my accents and my dealing with people. It's evidently they're only yelling at me in their accents. That's just how I interact with people from other places. But those are good. I'd like that. Yeah. Maybe we'll work on that for April 2nd.
There you go.
Oh man, I've already got it in my phone. Bob, thanks for being on the show today.
You're very welcome. Thank you for having me.
Fisher Friday, right here on the Joe Show after 8 o'clock every single Friday morning.